You are rolling.
Good evening. Happy Saturday. Tonight's show, of course, is brought to you by Herodiora. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
To my place.
What'd you say?
Welcome everyone to my place.
Man, tight quarters here tonight. How's everybody?
I'm not finding you yet. Let's try this.
You gotta go to the group, baby.
Gotcha.
Broadcasting.
Yep.
My technical director, Miss Christie, is sitting over there trying to figure things out. She's technically challenged, y'all.
I am.
Okay, we're broadcasting this to
I understand.
a group. And you
I
gotta
understand.
go to the
I
group
just don't know how to get to the group.
Type in Tall Paul Saturday night concert.
Got it.
That is the correct page.
I'm only 2 minutes late getting into the room, that's all. Got it though. All right, babe.
So how many people are connected?
15.
Glad you guys are here early. I like the early birds. Heading up to San Francisco for the Labor Day weekend show. And I got my hush puppies on. I guess I never was meant for glitter rock and roll. Honey, I didn't know that I'd be missing you so. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in brown LA haze. I just want you back by my side. Yes, it's been quite a summer when I caught a westbound train. Now you're off on vacation. Some things are hard to explain. Yes, and I love you so. That's the reason I just let you go. Come Monday, it'll be alright. Come Monday, I'll be holding you tight. I spent 4 lonely days in brown LA haze. I just want you back by my side. I can't help it, honey. You're that much a part of me now. Remember that night in Montana when we said there'd be no room for doubt. yes, yes, yes. You're welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Saturday. Is it Saturday?
It is Saturday.
The event. Fortunately, this group page is called Saturday Night's Private Concert. Otherwise, I might not have known. I took my vitamins this morning. They told me it was Saturday, but I've forgotten since then. So as usual, Christy is manning the comments section over there, and she will probably sing later as well. And glad you're here. Glad I'm here. One of the first world problems is most of you know that I have my nails coated, and my nails are wearing off, and I need to replace them, and I can't. And I don't know what to do about that. So I'm going to be using natural nails probably by next week, so we'll see how that goes. Yes, dear?
One of my sisters is supposed to be getting you some information about that.
Oh, she will, I'm sure.
Eventually.
CMF?
CMF.
Clink.
Clink.
So I've collected some of the past requests here. And I monitored the requests that you guys have already put on the page since yesterday. Christy will be watching. All right, sounds good. That sounds good. Or by the rain, driven by the snow, drunk and dirty. Don't you know that I'm still willing? Out on the road late last night, seen my pretty Alice and every headlight Dallas Alice. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari, Hatchet Peak, tall and ball, driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven the back roads so I wouldn't get away. If you give me weed, white and wine, you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. Kicked by the wind, right by the sleet. Had my head stove in, but I'm still on my feet. And I'm still in a whole lot of trouble. I smuggle some smokes and folks from Mexico Bay. By the sun every time I go to Mexico. Oh, but I'm still. And I've been from Tucson to Tucumcari. I should be torn apart. I've driven every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven the back roads so I wouldn't get away. And if you give me weed, white and wine, me a sign, and I'll be willing to be moving. Some of Lowell George, one of my favorite Little Feat tunes. Would you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Would you give me a box of Kleenex?
I sure will.
I feel like I'm going to need that tonight.
Mike and Sally Edwards say they're here. They first saw you at Sarah and Lee McNair's out in Hendersonville.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we can do that show again. Hopefully, when that rolls around this year, we'll be able to get out in public.
At least it was something light I dropped.
All right, and not breakable.
Right.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
I mentioned this last week. It's
Marika's
officially
with us.
allergy time in Tennessee.
Poodle's with us.
Oh, hi.
Carrie Tarnowski and Jen and Gary Rothschild.
I love that there are so many Vanderbilt folks here.
Phaedra
So-
Tanner, Brother Jay.
I wish I could
Blaine,
introduce everyone. I
Flicks, the Santa Polos. Tara Smith.
wish I could take like Poodle and the Santa Polos and physically introduce them to the Mendelssohns. You know, like bring my Vanderbilt world and my Parrot Head world and my Knoxville world all into. This is what's so cool about this. You guys are all sitting here and you sing each other's names, and someday you'll be at the same place and I'll go, Dave, that's a Poodle.
The Campbells are here, as opposed to the Stiers that we saw recently.
Christy was reprimanded yesterday. We had a drinking hour that turned into a few hours. It's quite fun on Zoom. We were telling lies and recalling stories to the best of our abilities, which involved lying. And we've got some couples that have maintained their maiden names, he and she both. And Christy apparently lumped them together.
How dare I?
Under his last name. So now tonight she's making amends by lumping them together under her last name. So that's good. Got to be fair. Got to be equal. I haven't done this yet. Christy, what do you want to hear?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I want to hear the morning song.
All righty.
Ooh. I'm bad about doing this. Okay, no.
What are you bad about doing, honey?
Accidentally hitting somebody's name when I'm trying to hit like, and then it takes me to their page.
I also did a guitar lesson with my brother the other day, and I had to explain the whole two capo thing to him. And we're not going to go into the technical details tonight. That was kind of fun. Have you seen Wilson yet, honey?
Yep, Wilson's on here.
Wilson, we're gonna do a lesson 2 soon. Kind of message me sometime with what days are better for you, and then I'll superimpose your better dates with my better dates, and we'll figure out something. This is Christy's request, y'all. This is the morning song. As I woke this morning, the light gently touched your eyes. I held you close and kissed your cheek. You smiled, softly sighed. But you didn't wake completely. And as you drifted back to sleep, I found myself remembering all the memories I keep. You're the sunset on the ocean, fireworks in July, the snowfall in the Rockies. You're the fire in my eye. You're everything that's beautiful, wondrous and true. I find most wonderful is the love I have for you. I see a childlike innocence and honesty in you. But sometimes I'm uncertain what to say, what to do. Then I feel our passion growing in a long, tender kiss. And I know that I found paradise, and nothing else can feel like this. 'Cause you're the sunset on the ocean, fireworks in July, snowfall in the Rockies, you're the fire in my eye. You're everything that's beautiful, wondrous and true. But what I find most wonderful is the love I have for you. And I know nothing is for certain, there's no guarantee, but everything seems better since you put your trust in me. There are thoughts we keep forever, mementos in your heart. I'll keep the ones of you with me whenever we're apart. They'll fill my days with happiness, my nights will not be blue. I'll dream of love and tenderness, waking up with you. 'Cause you're the sunset on the ocean, fireworks in July, a snowball in the Rockies, you're the fire in my eye. Everything that's beautiful, wondrous and true. But what I find most wonderful is the love I have. It's called The Morning Song. That's for her.
Greg Cox has joined us, and he asked for Hotel California.
All right.
And there's a Tom Petty request.
Great. All right. For those of you that have not been following along with us since the very beginning, the reason we are here tonight is because Greg had this fabulous idea. And I'm not sure exactly where the worlds sort of collided. But so this was Greg's idea, and then he had some technical help. And then some of the Vandy folks caught wind and spread the word. And then some of my Parrot Head friends said, man, I want to be there. So now we've got this amazing collection of friends from my entire adult life, from my early days here in Nashville and up till last week. And we've been mulling this over. And when this quarantine insurrection is over, I'm going to keep, if you don't mind, I'm going to keep this group alive. And I'm going to change my calendar, my schedule, so that once a month we do this from right here or maybe outside or someplace, but basically a Saturday show from home with all you guys. And if Saturday's not a good day, we could change this, but I don't want to lose. There's people here that I haven't seen or communicated with in any way for a long time that I consider dear friends, and I don't want to lose this. So let's put our virtual heads together and figure out long term what would be a good day of the week, a good evening of the week to do this. And let's plan on doing this once a month.
You are getting very good response to that.
Good,
yes,
good.
they are saying yes.
Good. Here you go, Greg. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop all the night. She stood in the doorway, I heard the mission bell. And I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven and this could be hell. She lit up the candle, she showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor, I thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. The time of year you can find them here. Mine's Tiffany Twisted, she got the Mercedes Benz. Got a lot of pretty, pretty boys she calls friends. They dance in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, please bring me my wine. He said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise when you're out by. Mirrors on the ceiling, pink champagne on ice. She said, we are all just prisoners here of our own device. In the master's chambers, all gathered for the feast. Stab it with their steely knives, but they can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. Had to find a passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man, programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. That's for Greg, Hotel California.
So Whitey and Joe Kennedy and AJ and the Bartons are with us.
Wait, Whitey's here?
Whitey's here. And Jenny Kelleher said she loves the harmony, so I figure you should tell her about Jacob.
All right, so yeah, the harmony thing. Of course, back in the early days, it was just me and a guitar. And then technology sort of crept into my awareness. And the first thing that I got was a loop station, a loop. Actually, the very first pedal I got was a tuner. And then I got this thing called a loop station, a loop pedal. And I'm not sure if you can't see this far down, But the loop station allows me to do this. I can play a part. And I step on the pedal, and it plays it back. Whatever I just played. And then I can play. So that was my first pedal, and I thought that was the coolest thing. Because suddenly I can play 2 guitar parts. You know, because I hear 2 guitar parts, because I'm schizophrenic. No, I'm not. But then the harmony idea, studios had a harmonizer in the studio. And it was like a $10,000 or $15,000 piece of gear that lived in a rack. It had all these controls. And then this company called TC Helicon, they're like, we're going to make a harmonizer that you can afford. And I was at one of the NAMM shows, the National Association of Music Merchandisers. They have a show in Anaheim, California, and they have one here in Nashville. And my friend Greg Krockman got me in, and I was at the TC table because they make a lot of really cool stuff. And the guy was telling me about this pedal, and they had a demo, and I heard it, and I said, I want the very first one. And he said, well, I can't give you the very first one ever, but I'll bet you'll get the first one in Nashville. So I got the first one. And man, it was the coolest thing. The only problem is you want to use it all the time. I'm not sure if Jimbo's here tonight, but Jimbo saw a photograph of my pedal board, and he said, is that a Harmony Singer, which is the newest iteration? And it's a very simplified version of the Harmony pedal. And I said, yes, it is. And I said, try it. It's really awesome. But try to avoid the tendency to overuse the Harmony pedal. So the way that works, and this is going to get way technical for just a brief moment here. You plug your guitar into it. You plug your mic into it. This little pedal can figure out what chords you're playing, what notes you're singing, and then you tell the pedal with a switch where you want the harmony. Do you want it above where you're singing, or below, or both? Then all you got to do is turn it on and off. But you got to make sure you're playing the right chords. Because if you're playing the wrong chords, it'll sing the wrong harmony. Pretty weird, but pretty cool. So that's Guitar Pedal 101 for today. I've got other stuff down here. We'll go into that one time. That should be another show, just a little, what do they call that, a gear rundown. I'll do a gear rundown of my little modest guitar pedal array. And I've also tried to start using locally made stuff. Like my guitar cord is made by a company here in Nashville. These guys are called Runway Audio, and these cords, y'all, are fabulous. And they're made right here. And one of my current favorite guitar pedals is also made here in Nashville. The company's called AWOL. You'll see links on all my posts because I love giving props to the local guys. And it's a little bitty pedal, tiny. With my gigantic feet, it's really hilarious looking. So my favorite new pedal is called a Nano. And it's a little boost pedal. So if I'm playing this way, I need it to be louder. It's a little pedal. Tiny little purple, shiny pedal.
That sounded like John Denver. I think you should go with that.
Should I?
Yep.
Sing along if you feel it. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old and older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, all my memories gather around her. Miner's lady, stranger to the water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty days of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road. And I hear her voice in the morning hours, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road, take me home, country road, take me home, country road. We played that song the other night, and Christy was singing harmony with me. And I got to the chorus, and I changed the words, and it kind of threw her for a loop. And the reason I changed the words is because I had mentioned that a friend of mine in Knoxville, who attends most of my Sunday shows, is from West Virginia, and that's always his request. And he told me, he said, you should sing this. And I was like, I can't possibly sing that, because it would besmirch the memory of John Denver, and besides, West Virginia. And he said, I'm from West Virginia. You're allowed. So every so often, change the lyrics, but I didn't tonight because I didn't want Christy to spit wine out of her nose. CMF, everyone?
CMF. So, Chris Druckenmiller wants to know, do you know Uncle John's band? Because you're wearing a tie-dye.
Oh, maybe. I've done it. It doesn't always mean I know it. You know how that goes. Maybe another tequila or two. I get to do shows with Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band, and Mr. Buffett has recorded several Grateful Dead songs, and so I've done all the songs that he has done with the Coral Reefer Band, which is a trip, y'all. When you're on stage and you see Roger Bartlett playing guitar, and you see Robert Greenidge on steel drums, and Michael Utley playing keyboards, like I'm singing, and the girls are over there doing their cool girl stuff and singing. Yeah, man, it's a rush. So last year, what did we do last year? We did, I'm trying to think what Grateful Dead song was on the album we did last year. I don't remember.
She's pretty much saying, she said Box of Rain, or what other Dead songs?
All right.
The Redmonds have joined us. Christy Nolan's with us. Mark Wilson's with us. Who else did I see? The Chaffins. Set out running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine.
that $20 bill that vanished in the air. Said I'll run and let it take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. I got 2 reasons why I cry away each lonely night. The first one's named Sweet Anne Marie. She's my heart's delight. The second one is prison, baby. Sheriff's on my trail. If it catches up to me, spend my life in jail. You got a wife in Chino, baby. I got one in Tennessee.
That's me.
First one says she's got my child, but it don't look like me. Said I'll run and let it take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. Pretty good. Whoa. Why I cry away each lonely night. First was the game relations, my heart's delight. Second one is prison, baby. The sheriff's on my trail. Catches up to me, spend my life in jail. Well, I got a wife in Chino, babe. I got one in Tennessee. The first one says she's got my child. It's not tall like me. Said I'll run and let it take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. My request. A Grateful Dead.
You got 3 new requests in. Well, not new. West Nashville for Patty McCoy. Helplessly Hoping for Tanner. Tennessee Stud for Wilson.
All right. You must have a voodoo doll of me. And I wake each night staring at the ceiling, but I never sleep, burning candles in the dark, poking pins in my broken heart. She must have a voodoo doll of me. You must have a deal with the devil himself. Well, you told me that you loved me, but you left me lonely for someone else. Only a soul that's compromised, that'll blink until good light. You must have to deal with the devil himself. Yeah, I know what goes around comes around. I know in time I'll be okay. Yes, I know. Hanging on just pulls me down. I can't let go. You won't let me let go. Oh no. No, no, no. No, no. No. night staring at the ceiling, but I never sleep, burning candles in the dark, poking pins in my broken heart. You must have a voodoo doll of me. You must have a voodoo doll of me. Darling, you must have a voodoo doll of me. Yeah. You must have a voodoo doll of me. Of me. Of me. You must have a voodoo doll of me. It's the title of my third CD, Voodoo Doll. Hey, honey, do we know what our next record's going to be called yet?
Probably Whiskey and Wine, but we're not sure about that.
I mean, the name of the album.
That's what I mean.
Whiskey and Wine?
Maybe.
Whiskey and Wine?
We're floating that around. Or we could call it CMF.
CMF, y'all. Y'all got here late. Tonight's shenanigans are brought to you by Herradura, my favorite tequila.
Mandy wants her request.
I got you, Mandy. Hold on. I told you. I gave you a thumbs up. It's going to happen tonight.
Finally.
Oh, girls banding together. Christy's got on her Damn I Make 50 Look Awesome t-shirt tonight.
So earlier, when we were talking about continuing this, the Flicks said we should do it in their backyard on a Saturday night. How cool would it be if once a month we went to another destination? Like we went to somebody's house.
Maria, you're onto something.
Yeah, I think so. Like have somebody host us. And we go hang out.
And we can plan it geographically. Like we can make sure we get the Flicks in the summer. And
yeah, we'll
make sure
plan for the best weather wherever we're going.
And we'll make sure we hit Mendelssohn's in like July. Then when it hits like November, then we can hit the folks in California and in Florida. Y'all are so smart. This is why we invited you to this party, because you're so smart. I'm just drinking tequila playing songs. So I got to talk more about my harmony pedal. When this pedal came into my life, I was blessed with some really great harmony singers on a regular basis. Folks that would come to my show that could sing and would. Sometimes I couldn't get them to shut up, but that's neither here nor there.
He's talking about me.
No, I'm not, honey. There was a guy in Knoxville named Jacob Kendrick, and Jacob and I are still dear friends, and I'll talk more about Jacob later, in fact, too. But so Jacob is a harmony singer, and if you watched episode number 1 of my 30th anniversary show, which happened last Monday, you saw Jacob momentarily jump up on stage with us for Southern Cross. And Jacob has this moment on stage, just he and I later in the show. I think maybe not this week. Maybe episode number 3, I think, is Jacob's episode. Oh, Christy's in this episode coming up. I'm getting my stories confused. So Jacob, when we met, he was this 19-year-old upstart young dude, handsome, plays guitar. And he said, "Man, I want to sing with you." And I said, "Okay. What do you want to sing?" And he said, "I know all the words and all the parts to any song by Crosby, Stills, and Nash." And I was like, "Yeah, sure you do." I'm thinking, sure you do. Young buck, try this. So I broke out this really challenging, and he got every part right. He just nailed it. So then he moved to Charleston, and right after he moved to Charleston, I got my harmony pedal. So my harmony pedal was named Jacob for a long, long time, until I got this new one, actually. So when Jacob got his harmony pedal, of course, he called it Paul. So this is in honor of my friend Jacob Kendrick and whoever requested it. Tenor?
Yes.
helplessly hoping her harlequin lovers nearby, waiting a word, gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit. He runs, wishing he could fly, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries, did he hear a goodbye? Or even a hello? They are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are four each other.
Move this one to one. No, this one to 1 o'clock. Yeah, move it to 1 o'clock.
Stand by the stairway, youth. Big
Nope.
feet error.
Would you move it back again? I keep kicking it with my foot. Not to
Not
2
too
o'clock.
much.
I messed up, sorry.
All right, we're moving on.
You did it again.
I know, we're moving on.
Big feet, big shoes.
Yeah.
I'm not used to using my pedals sitting down.
I'm not sure how many different Dakers are on here, but I've seen at least 3 different people with the name Daker.
Well, Paul is, this was a really cool thing.
His brother and sister, I think, are both on.
We were sending merch to Paul, and I realized that he lives now, or maybe his office, I'm not sure, but the address was really close to my junior high school in Ohio, which I think is awesome. Tanner, I might try and go back to that later.
Would you do a comma for me?
I sure will.
And now, Mandy, this one's for you.
That doesn't look big enough, does it?
This is one of my very, very, very earliest songs. And this is one of the very first early serious songs. Early in my life, all songs were about trying to get brave enough to talk to girls.
Can you see it?
I've been thinking aimlessly about a mountain stream, about the dew-kissed mornings, long forgotten dreams, traveling down the roads that took me so far from that place, wondering if those tender times could ever be replaced. And oh, how I love the warmth of your embrace. And oh, how I love the moonlight on your face. And oh, how I love the feelings that I knew. And oh, how I love to share those times with you. I can still recall some of the things we would do. autumn's in the rhododendron, winter's eyes. All the jokes that we would laugh at, the games we would play. Ain't it funny how the winds of time blow them all away? But oh, how I love the warmth of your embrace, and oh, how I love the moonlight on your face, and oh, how I love the feelings that I knew, and oh, how I love to share those times with you. When you look ahead, the future seems so far away. When you're looking back, it almost seems like yesterday. Now I see a lonely toothbrush laying by the drain. The memory of leaving you still brings a little pain. But I knew then and I know now I had to get away. Keep on growing, trying to find the man that I am today. But oh, how I love the warmth of your embrace, and oh, how I loved the moonlight on your face, and oh, how I loved the feelings that I knew, and oh, how I share those times with you. That song is called Oh, How I Loved. Oh, with a comma.
Uh-oh. Wilson is
It's in there.
putting in for us going to Colorado, and I'm all for that.
It's in, yeah.
What month is, well, there's not a bad month in Colorado.
I think August is what he was saying. Next year.
I like this whole world tour for the
Saturdays?
Saturday on the road. It won't be Saturday. It won't be Saturday at home anymore. It'll be Saturday in one of your towns. This is cool. This is very cool. All right. So Wilson and I have been friends. Wilson and Jimbo and I. Those guys were in college together at the University of Tennessee, and at different times they both learned some guitar stuff from me. And I see Jimbo occasionally. He lives in Memphis. You don't see Wilson. I haven't even heard from Wilson in the longest time. And then all of a sudden he showed up here one night, and we're going to do some lessons, and we're going to just hang out and do some stuff online until we can do it face to face. Here's Wilson's request. This is a song I learned from Doc Watson. I'm about 18, 25, I left Tennessee very much alive. Never would have made it through the Arkansas mud if I hadn't been riding the Tennessee stud. I had a little trouble with my sweetheart's pa, one of her brothers who was a bad outlaw. I sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away with the Tennessee stud. Well, the Tennessee stud was long and lean, color of the sun, his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, but never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Well, I rode on down into no man's land, I ran smack into an Indian band. They jumped their necks with a whoop and a yell, the way we rode like a bat out of Well, I circled the camp for a time or two, show 'em what a Tennessee horse can do. And redskin boys wouldn't get my blood, 'cause I was a right Tennessee stud. Yeah, the Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Well, I got just as lonesome as a man can be, dreaming of a girl back in Tennessee. You know, the Tennessee stud's green eyes turned blue, 'cause he was a dreaming of a sweetheart too. So I rode all back across Arkansas, I whooped your brother and I whooped your pa. And when I found that girl with the golden hair, she was right there, Tennessee bear. With the Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Side by side, across the mountains, the valleys wide. You know I love that girl with the golden hair, the Tennessee stud was a Tennessee mare. There was a little bitty baby on the cabin floor, a little horse coat laying out on the door. Love that girl with the golden hair, the Tennessee mare. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, his eyes were green. The nerve and he had the blood, never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. Tennessee Stud. The song was written by Jimmy Driftwood, and I learned it from Doc Watson. It was also made famous in country music by Eddie Arnold.
So evidently, Jim and Susie Cozart are watching your abs and listening.
Oh, nice. How do my abs look?
I think it's supposed to say watching and listening, but it
Watching
says
my
watching
ass?
abs,
Oh,
listening.
they've got that special camera on the inside of my guitar looking at
Yes.
my abs.
Yes, so hi, Jim and Susie.
Hello, guys.
Yeah. We've got several people that would like us to come to Atlanta to do a show, a Saturday around the world.
We would love that. I used to get to play Atlanta a lot, and then the place that I played on a regular basis sold. It changed hands, and when it changed hands, it just wasn't as cool anymore. So I get to Atlanta whenever I can. We're playing the Atlanta Parrot Head Club's cruise next year. It's in March. Do you remember? April, March?
I think March. I think.
You can go to.
I think. Brett might be on here. He'll let me know.
Brett Jones, if you're on, post a link so people can find out more about the Atlanta Parrot Head cruise, or anybody that's going on the cruise. Put in a link for us if you would. So I want to address this because I've had a bunch of requests for this song and I haven't played it yet. I've got a story. There was a point when, musically, everywhere I went, I would get 1,010,000 requests for Brown Eyed Girl. And there was a bit of a backlash back then. People were like, I can't believe you play Brown Eyed Girl. I was like, well, people love that song. I love that song. Yeah, but everybody plays it, and it's played too much. And I'm thinking to myself, what exactly does that mean? It's played too much. I mean, wouldn't you like to have written a song like Brown Eyed Girl and realize that everybody at that time knew the words to that song? I think that would be amazing. And nowadays, that song, the new version of that song, is a song by the Old Crow Medicine Show called Wagon Wheel. And I heard about Wagon Wheel
because one of my guitar students' brother-in-law knew about the Oak Grove Medicine Show, and then my guitar student's girlfriend thought they were the greatest band in the world. And she's probably not far wrong. And so he, because his brother-in-law and his girlfriend were both saying this song, so he listened to it, and it just caught on. And he was here for a picking party, and he played that song, and everybody went, "Did you write that? That's a great song," you know. And of course, I said, "Luke, I'm going to learn that song." So I knew that song because of Luke, and because of Jessica, and because of Jamie. And I would play it, and people would just freak out. They'd never heard it before. I even played it in Johnson City, thinking of certainly they would have heard it by now because it mentions, but they had not, and they went crazy when I sang Johnson City. And so for a long time, because I was sort of an early adopter of that song, people associated with me because that was the first time they heard it. But I would always go, no, it's Oak Grove Medicine Show. Check them out. They're awesome. And then, of course, Hootie, Country Hootie, recorded it, and it became this gigantic hit. And then everybody and their brothers started, and sisters in some cases, started playing the song. And again, there is a backlash. And there's even, like trying to be humorous backstage at some venues that'll have a list of songs that you shouldn't play at this venue if you ever want to be asked back. And it's Freebird and, Brown and Girl. But on that list now is Wagon Wheel. And even musicians that I respect and am good friends with have refused. I refused to play that song. So one night, not too long ago, some of those guys were around and I was having a conversation with someone else. And I said, I wish I'd written Wagon Wheel. And one of my musical buddies said, well, why? What part do you wish you had written? I said, the part where people enjoy it and sing along and respond and smile, that part. I want to write a song that has that part in it. And then we went to the Grand Ole Opry one night, and Ketch was, all of Oak Grove was hosting one of the segments. And it came time to close out the segment. And Ketch gets up there and he says, Roy Acuff one time said, you got to dance with who brung you. Which is a brilliant thing to say, but it's also, to me, it was almost a little bit of an apology. Like he was saying, I know you hear this song a lot, and I know a lot of people don't want us to play it anymore, but that's why you know who we are. This song put us on the map, and they played that song. Let me tell y'all, I've got a video on my phone. Everybody in the Ryman Auditorium, because it was during Christmas time, everybody in the Ryman was on their feet, and people 90 years old and children 8 years old were singing along to Wagon Wheel, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So to all you naysayers out there, I'm sorry if you've heard this song too much, and I'm sorry if you don't think anybody should play it anymore. And I'm not a real fan of what Hootie did with it, but it's a great song, and you might not like when I do it. I don't care. I love the song. And with no apologies whatsoever, here's a song written by Bob Dylan and Ketch Secord in the Oak Grove Medicine Show called Wagon Wheel.
Down south in the land of the pines, through my way back to North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God eyes the headlights. Headed down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, hoping for Raleigh to see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel, rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold, up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind.
Connect. Oh, wait. There we go.
Are we back?
We are back.
All right.
Woohoo!
Even the internet doesn't want me to play Wagon Wheel. What's up with that? That's a great song, yo.
I bet I was really loud when I was right behind your phone.
You
Sorry.
can hear you really loud over there. CMFO, thanks for hanging with us. If this happens again, if we get bumped, then just kind of back out and we'll log back on and do a second set if that's what happens.
Christy, would you sing?
I will. Give me a. Why don't you do something? And let me just make sure we're okay.
Okay.